But that's the opinion of America Matters Media.
Hey everyone, this is Kenny McCormick, CEO of Celtic Fish, and your host of Geek Speak, sponsored by Datto. Thank you for listening at 1060 AM KFOY or on the web at americamatters.us. Now let's get to the show. Today I have Dylan Locke with Perpetual Capital Advisors.
Correct. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem, bud. So what we're going to be talking about today is... Love getting distracted, shiny objects. But we'll be talking about not Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Thank you. But before we get to that, that'll be the second half of the show. We're gonna do my famous little rapid fire questions. And I know that you cheated and stole my note cards before the thing, so you know the answers already. All right. What is your full name?
Dylan Locke.
Dylan. Such a pretty name. What is your business name?
It is Perpetual Capital Advisors.
What is your profession?
I am an investment advisor.
Investment advisor.
My company is a registered investment advisor. I am technically an investment advisor representative. I know. Lots of words there. It's easy just to say investment advisor.
You must be in politics. Same thing. Big title for everything, right? All right. Previous kinds of jobs.
My favorite previous job was working for Squaw Valley and Alpine Meadows as a ski lift operator. Mostly liked it because I just got to ski anytime I had 5 minutes to go up and down the run.
Awesome. You little snow bunny, you. All right. Tell me about your family.
I have a beautiful wife, Amy. We just got married in 2019. And then I have my favorite little dog, Murphy. He is 11 years old now. He's a black lab and Australian shepherd.
Nice. Say hi to Amy, by the way. Tell her that she's beautiful. You do it on the radio. Announce it. Say, I love you, honey. Because I love my wife. She's beautiful. All right. Who's your favorite superhero and why?
Batman is my favorite superhero, mainly because he doesn't have any superpowers. He just has super gadgets.
You know, that's the exact answer someone gave last week.
Really?
Or 2 weeks ago.
I didn't cheat off of them.
Oh. Are you sure? Because I want to say it was Taylor, and I know you know Taylor. What are your hobbies?
I like to do anything outdoors. Camping, fishing, hunting, biking.
Okay. What keeps you up at night?
That dog, Murphy, he keeps me
up. The biggest geek you would want to have drinks with?
I think I'd like to have drinks with Elon Musk. Seems like an interesting guy. I'd like to hear what he's got going forward. What he's got in that crazy brain of his.
Great. Mine's always Mitnick, Kevin Mitnick.
That's a good one as well.
I know, right? Elon would probably be my second or third down the line. Apple or Android phone?
Android.
I like you.
Had an Apple one time, hated it. Got it for free, got rid of it as soon as I could.
Amen. All right. You a Mac or PC?
PC.
See, you're just going up on my list. No. How old were you when you got your first computer?
I think I was probably 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
Yeah.
So 5 years ago for you?
Haha.
Look at that cute little baby face. No. All right, DC or Marvel?
Never been a huge comic book person, but I'd have to go with DC.
All right, what about movies?
Probably Marvel movies. Yeah.
All right. Not bad, not bad.
I found out the new Batmans aren't DC there. Help me out. Somebody else did
Batman's
it.
always DC.
Oh, all right. Well then, Someone told me the wrong information.
Oh yeah, they're a liar. I'm wondering who's actually producing it, the new one. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. That's what the University of Google's for. Favorite board game?
That's the one thing I like about Apple is that it has Monopoly on the phone, and my wife has an Apple, and so I love to play Monopoly. That's my favorite board game, and I play it by myself on her phone all the time.
Oh, so many comments. All right, so we'll get back to you after the news. Real quick, DC or Washington D.C.'s Metro Police Department has said that their computer network has been breached in a targeted cyber attack. I don't know. Did you hear anything about that, Dylan?
I have not heard about that.
Oh yeah. So basically, they got hit with ransomware by, and I'm horrible at reading names. It's Babku. It's a Russian-speaking ransomware kind of terrorist group, I guess would be the best thing to call it. I guess a terrorist group that basically just says, "Give me your money, or we're going to release your information." I don't know.
Scary.
I know, right? I would hate to be hit with ransomware. I mean,
I think hopefully we all would.
you know, you got good backups, you could always recover. So that's the best part. And I like to do the bare metal restore on those type of customers. Hopefully nothing's happened bad prior, but usually it's you can fix them real quick. So hopefully they have something on those lines. The FBI is investigating the breach. One thing that was brought up out in the hall was Amazon. There's a lot of stupid people right now going out asking for your guys' information. So that's going to be my PSA right now. Make sure you guys don't make a mistake and pay $500 for a pair of shoes that you really didn't pay for.
Don't give out your credit card number to people that call you either.
Exactly.
I had the Border Patrol calling me, telling me I had drugs and cash stuck at the border. It was shipped to me, and I had to pay $500 to get my package back from them. I'm not sure, but I don't think that's how the Border Patrol works if they found my drugs and cash.
Right? Hopefully they would keep it for themselves. I mean, dispose of it correctly.
Right.
All right. So, Roku. Do you use Roku?
I have a Google Chrome.
Okay, good. No, me too. I have a Roku just for testing purposes in the office. It's really cool. But once I heard this, I was kind of a little scared that they're possibly going to be taking off YouTube TV from the Rokus because of Google says anti-competitive demands may result in YouTube TV disappearing from streaming devices. I'm like, really? If you pay for that service, why are they going to get rid of it? Though, it's one less bill I have to worry about too. So, I'm kind of glad they're getting rid of it if they do. So, depending on how you look at it, if you're a YouTube TV person, you might want to think about what type of device you're using. I'm pretty sure Google Chrome will keep it on there just because
They own it.
they own it. But, and I do love my Chrome. It is so convenient. Both Apple's and Androids work on it, so you can't complain. I know I'm an Android person, obviously, because I extremely dislike Apple. But my wife's an Apple, and she thinks I'm crazy for having an Android. It's the only thing that's horrible about my wife. Other than that, she's beautiful and wonderful and smart. And can take everything away from me if she wanted to. So, other than that, Facebook says that iPhone users should start seeing new privacy prompts as of Monday. So, basically, as you log in, you get the updates and everything, you're going to see what it's going to ask what social media devices and apps and websites that you use if they want to be able to let them use it. So, Apple is starting that breaking down of security so that your private information isn't going out now. just like Google stopped giving your information out on where you've been, all that metadata that they used to collect. They're stopping that. Apple's following suit. I think that's amazing. I think that's great. So now I can talk freely about what type of sodas I want to drink, or, trying to be PC here. But I can talk freely and not worry about having ads on my phone now. So I think that's great.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are going on a quick break. We'll be back with more Geek Speak, sponsored by Datto, the leader in disaster recovery, business continuity, and data protection. Keep listening to Geek Speak. This is Kenny McCormick, and thanks.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. I'm here to warn you about telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Some of these scammers may say threatening things like you will be arrested if you don't make payments or provide personal information. Do not fall for these tricks. These calls are not from us. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you for information or money. If you receive a call like this, hang up. Never give the caller your personal information, like your Social Security number or bank account, or send money in any form, cash, gift cards, wire transfers, or prepaid debit cards. Report the call to our law enforcement arm, the Office of the Inspector General, at oig.ssa.gov. Share this information with your friends and family.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that's just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Luckily, the Feeding America network of good people is out there collecting surplus food and giving hope to hungry children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with a sun protection factor, or SPF, of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. UVA rays age the skin, UVB rays burn, and both cause cancer. But the perfect sunscreen doesn't count if you use it wrong. Don't need sunscreen on a cloudy day? Wrong. 80% of UV rays still get through the haze. Only use sunscreen at the beach? Nope. Anytime you're outside, UV rays attack the skin, so you need protection. And you have to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Getting to know you.
Let me tell you about America Matters with Eddie Floyd. It comes on every Monday at noon. Don't want you to miss it. That's America Matters with Eddie Floyd.
Hey, welcome back to Geek Speak. Thank you for listening, and we are sponsored by Datto. Now a word from our sponsors. Datto is the world's leading provider of cloud-based software and security solutions available through your managed service provider. Defend your company's information against costly downtime, data loss, and Datto solutions protect your servers, virtual machines, and cloud-based applications. Ask your computer guy about Datto products today. Now, back to Geek Speak with Kenny McCormick. Thanks for listening. All right, Dylan. Other than my order of cards are out of whack, which shows you how bad of a person I am.
It's throwing them all over the studio here.
No, right? They can see us online. Make sure you guys are tuning into YouTube and Facebook because we're there, and you can see my pretty face. As I was saying, you can see my sense of humor. My mother-in-law says it. I think she's just laughing at how cute I am. Anyways, so I brought you in, Dylan, for talking to you about cryptocurrency. Now, you're a financial advisor.
Correct.
I know you got your own legalese that you have to say because you can't give me advice over the air. So why don't you go ahead and throw that out there so we don't get in trouble here.
Yeah, just to let everybody know that nothing that is said here is or is meant to be construed as investment advice. Do not take this as specific investment advice and talk to somebody who is a fiduciary in your own capacity and knows your situation before taking on any investments, risks, or other, in this case, alternative investments.
Thank you. Had to get that legalese out because I hate that stuff. All right. Now, since we're talking about cryptocurrencies, let's just start with the beginning. What is it?
Cryptocurrency is essentially a digital money. To really break it all the way down, it's digital money. It's designed to cut out the middleman, cut out the banks and financial institutions, credit card companies, and act as a peer-to-peer or just person-to-person transaction currency.
All right, so just for those wonderful people that we know in common, it's nothing you can physically hold, right?
You cannot buy it. I did hear a story one time of somebody selling bitcoins on the streets of New York City. They were selling little coins with a B on them and calling them Bitcoin. That is not a real Bitcoin.
All right, so keeping it simple for us geeks, it's money that you don't touch.
It's money that you can't touch. It's held in a digital wallet.
Sweet. So don't lose your wallet.
Don't lose your digital wallet password.
Yes, that's why I use Password Boss. All right. Now, which one should I go with? Let's go with what can you buy with cryptocurrency?
With cryptocurrency, you can essentially purchase any private. You can use it for any private transaction. So it has been used to purchase cars, purchase homes, things like that. What I normally tell people, though, is that cryptocurrency, any of them, Bitcoin or any of the others, typically needs to be converted into dollars before it is spent. You can't buy a hamburger at Burger King, and you can't buy things that are normal transactions at a storefront, but if it's a peer-to-peer transaction, you're just buying something directly from a private party, and that person accepts Bitcoin, then it's something that you can use for that transaction.
Sweet. I know that I'm going to throw one that I didn't write down for you. I know Elon Musk is doing the NFT.
Yes.
And those you can purchase digital copyrights right now. Or not copyrights, but digital product.
Correct. That was a big story about a month ago.
Yeah. And when he became the king of techno.
The king of techno. Yes.
Yeah.
He changed his official title with Tesla, I believe.
Yes, that is correct. He did. And then his CFO changed it to the Master of Coin.
Master of Coin, that's right, yes.
That was amazing. Like, I really need to legally change mine, too. Just so I could be like the Master Geekness or something like that. But, so I know NFT is specifically for digital products. They're talking about possibly being able to buy cars with it. So how do you feel about that?
So my main thought around the whole cryptocurrency ordeal is that you need to know what each one is worth, right? To purchase a car, you need to know what it's worth in our own layman's terms, which is dollars. So everything in my mind has to be converted back to dollars, or at least a worth in dollars, much like we did with foreign currency prior to this whole craze. Right? We needed to know what a euro was worth compared to the US dollar in order to purchase things in the US. You couldn't purchase them with euros without converting them over. Cryptocurrency is starting to change that transaction base, but for now, it's very important to know how many dollars whatever cryptocurrency you're using to purchase is worth, because then you know actually how much you're spending. And sometimes with the market of these, they're moving 10 to 15, in some cases 100% of their value per day. You need to know what those transactions are going to be worth at any given point, whether that's the beginning of the day, end of the day, or second to second, so that you know if you're purchasing a car, whether you're spending $20,000 on a car or $120,000 on a car.
Right. So now, I know legal advice, you can't give it to me. But as Kenny and Dylan here, should I invest in cryptocurrency? In your personal opinion, to me as Kenny, not as my financial advisor.
Investing in cryptocurrency is currently speculation. So the most important thing is to understand your own risk tolerance for your investments, and really any investments, and then decide whether you are willing to speculate on the price of a certain coin. So if you believe that coin to go up, then you can purchase that. If you believe that it's going to go down, then if you own it, then maybe you should sell it. Should somebody invest in it? That's purely based on their own speculation of what they believe that coin will be in the future. You personally to invest, I really couldn't give you that answer.
Got it. One of the things that I was reading about it was that there's no history behind it yet. There's not enough market research to be able to tell. Now, do I have the gonads to actually say, would I invest? I think it's not the best product, personally, to invest in. I would take your word over anything on that. But if I'm already investing 15% into the market for retirement, if I was already financially stable, not everything paid off, then it'd be an okay investment for.
Those are the only clients that I see utilizing it. Once you have all the other buckets taken care of, once you're in no debt and you have some disposable income, you can spend that disposable income on whatever you like. Some people like to go to this casino, some people like to buy car parts. It doesn't really matter what you use your disposable income on. And sometimes some people just think of it as fun. You get something to watch on a daily basis, buy and sell, and hopefully you make a little bit of money off of it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what all the research was showing, or all the research I did on this was showing, is always look at making sure you're ready to lose it all. I mean, I have a lot of guts because, I'm a business owner. And just as well as I do, you could be eating ramen for a couple months because you don't collect a paycheck until your business starts out. So with cryptocurrency, we want to make sure that you guys are doing the right thing out there.
And know what you're buying. That's the most important thing. I'll say it a couple times, is know what you're buying. If you know what you're buying, whether it's a stock or a bond or cryptocurrency, then you can assume the risk that you are willing to take on and make your own decision with when to buy and sell. But it is always important to understand the underlying risks of whatever you're putting money into.
Yes, but Uncle Bob said to buy it. That's what I want to know. If Uncle Bob says to buy it, I gotta do it, right? Always do your market research, everyone out there. I know I always tell people cryptocurrency is hacker money, but it's not really. There is legal things behind it that can be used. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think it was your presentation that may start looking into it, but Visa was the creator of the concept behind cryptocurrency?
That wasn't my presentation. I'm not sure who was the creator.
Oh. I know there was, I don't remember who it was.
I've always thought of cryptocurrency very similar to how we use Visa, though. Visa is that middleman, and they take money from one person's account and apply it into another's. But cryptocurrency is sort of doing the same thing. You know, when you swipe your Visa card, it's essentially digital money. It's not handing cash from one person to the other. They're taking, you know, theoretical money in one person's account and putting it into another's.
Yep. Perfect example or explanation. Now, Dylan, if someone wanted to talk to you, how would they contact you?
You can always go to my website, perpetualadvisors.com. You can also call me, 775-302-0002, or email me, dylan@perpetualadvisors.com.
Awesome. So, thank you, Dylan, for being on the show. And thank you all for listening to Geek Speaks, sponsored by Datto. This is Kenny McCormick, CEO of Celtic Fish, connecting our community one network at a time. Listen locally to Geek Speak at 1060 a.m. or on the web at americamatters.us. Thanks, everyone.
This is America Matters Media Radio, heard worldwide on the web at americamatters.us and on KCKQ 1180 AM, Reno.